Hey guys, I'm back again. This is my third video. Again, I made these YouTube videos for you guys to add some kind of value to you, to remind you how beautiful you are, that you are wonderfully made. God loves you. If you don't believe in God, I completely respect you. I will never judge you, condemn you, think of you less because you don't believe in God. But He loves you. So there you go. I want to share with you guys. So last week, I think it was last week. Yeah, it was last week. I think it was last week. I finished the book Selena with Love by Perez. When I tell you guys that I cannot, I mean, I just can't. I was just like so heartbroken because all these. So I actually, and I'm actually in the middle of this book. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about these two books. Okay, so you're probably like, Lo, why are you? How is this gonna help me or add value? I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I need to and this is based on my personal experiences. This is my my life. This is what I've experienced, and I'm gonna tell you now. I will talk about it in another video, but me watching based on true stories has made I'm more aware of my surroundings. Me listening to crime podcast stories, my awareness for my surroundings, it used to be probably like a little bit, like now it's like to the max. And the thing is, with these crime stories, it's based on true stories, and there's great stories that don't end up with crime or anything. Like there's some amazing true stories out there. They teach you to be aware of your surroundings, to be aware of your surroundings at all times, especially the people that have kids. You guys, please. Like my sister, I remember telling my sister Alejandra, you should be watching this crime true story because, and they're hard. There's some really heartbreaking ones that you're just like, my dad. There was one story where he actually couldn't finish watching it, and I told my dad, please watch it, finish it, because the ending, it was actually a good ending. Thank God for that story. It actually had a good ending. I just got goosebumps. Ugh. I know, there's one of the Laura. But, no, it teaches you to be aware of your surroundings. And it was so, the Perez book. It's a great Korean book. Perez. Hi, Chris. Wherever you at, God bless your soul. And Selena loves you, and she's in heaven. And that's, but thank you for writing this book. It was such an eye-opener because I remember actually being on my mom's couch watching the news when Yolanda Saldivar was in their truck, in her red truck, and she had her gun to her head. And I remember thinking, God, I don't remember how old I was. I could probably look it up. Okay, I'm not going to look it up right now, but I remember sitting on the couch watching this lady threatening to kill herself on the news. It was on the news. I was wondering, what did she do? And then the news kept showing up, that this woman killed this famous Tejano singer, and it was Selena Quintanilla. And I had never heard of Selena prior to that. I had never heard of her. I never heard her music. And it was a huge, eye-opener of how talented and how remarkable this woman was. And I remember watching the news and thinking, this woman killed Selena. Oh my gosh. That's so sad. What? Why? And if you look back at the original news footage, the cameras are literally I remember it was nighttime in the news, and I think it was raining, or it wasn't, or I just remember that it was this little woman and putting her gun to her head. And I remember I was God, I think I was probably Noah's age, or probably younger. I probably was Noah's age. I don't remember. I was probably 8 or 9. And I remember just thinking that is so sad. That's terrible. How can, and I didn't understand why. Why, how can somebody do that, right? And I'm gonna, that's another video another time, why I believe some people and please know, God does not create evil. God is not abuse. God is not evil. And if you don't believe in God, I respect that. Just know that God is not evil. But I remember sitting down on the couch, watching this on the news, and I was like, oh my God, that is so sad. Like, just thinking like, oh, like, that's so sad. And then, you know, that's when I started getting Selena at that age, listening to her songs. And I remember when Selena's movie came out. My dad took us to watch the movie Selena. And everybody in the theater was crying. They didn't have Harkins popcorn in the back then. They should have had some good popcorn. But, like, like, everybody, like, and I'm laughing because I was thinking about popcorn. I'm thinking about popcorn because I love some good Harkins theater popcorn with extra butter and my nacho cheese and egg dip. Anyways, but I remember thinking, that is so sad. Everybody was crying in theater. I mean, everybody was crying. I was crying. My sister was crying. I don't know if my dad was crying. But I don't think he was crying because I've watched some based on true stories of my dad at theaters and he does not cry. And I'd be crying in the theater, like crying, and my dad's like, just quiet. I don't know. So I don't think my dad was crying, but everybody was crying in the theater. And so in the movie and in the news, it just shows that she's pointing this gun to herself, threatening to kill herself. And it just shows in the news, Selena Quintanilla has been killed. She was shot twice. And then you're just thinking like, so you go on the rest of your life knowing about this crime that was committed. And then this book comes out years later, right? When did Chris Perez write this book? I literally ordered this book. God, when did I order? It was like a week ago. When I finished it like in 2 days. It was such a great book. But he wrote this book, published, oh my God, November 2013. Okay, so he wrote it a long time ago. I counted myself. Anyways, so he wrote it a long time ago. But the point is, he wrote it years later after her death. And what I found so like, oh my gosh, I could not believe it, was that there were signs about this woman that she was like, I'm telling you right now, there were signs. And to me, it was like, again, like, I'm sure Chris Perez and Selena's family, like, you see people with the best interest at heart, right? Like, you don't want to assume things about people just because of the way they look. You don't want to stereotype anyone. You don't want to judge. You don't want to condemn. You don't want to. But to me, I was blown away with the actual signs that there was of this lady, like. And I just, it broke my heart for Chris because the signs were there. And it was like, I read the book and it broke my heart to know just, like, there were signs and there was, like, signs, you know, and it just, so anyways, one of my favorite parts of the book was, that they both told each other, I love you in Pizza Hut. I was like, oh, that is so cute. I'm a single mom right now, so I'm single, and I just thought like, oh, that is so cute. Like, they told each other, I love you in a Pizza Hut. We were eating pizza and they said, I love you to each other. And I was just like, oh, Chris, my heart goes out to you. If you guys want me to read some of this part of the book to you guys, please comment below and I'll make a video reading something about her, a few pages. I would even consider reading this entire book to you guys on YouTube if you guys want me to read the entire book for you guys. I'll read a chapter. And because probably you're too busy to read it, you're probably busy to even order it, or you probably can't order it, or you just don't have the time to, you just want to listen to it, I'm happy to read it for you guys. But again, my pronunciation for words are non molto excelente, molto malo, così così. It's like, it's okay. I don't mind these. My English is not excellent. My grammar, do not even ask me about it because it's molto malo, molto pessimo. There you go. No bueno. And yeah, I thought it was so, like, it's such a great book. Chris Perez, my heart goes out to you. And the ending, like, I was shocked about, like, the signs that there were signs about this lady. And it's crazy because you, like, again, to me, I was shocked because you see the news, see the movie, I saw the news the day it happened. I saw the movie when it came out. And it just shows she just killed her. So you think like, okay, so all these years I assumed at least, that, oh my gosh, she was killed out of nowhere. Like, it just happened like one morning. This lady just woke up and no, there was signs. Like in the book, Chris Perez says that she actually went to a shooting range to practice shooting. I was like, oh my God, you're right. I cannot. She went to a shooting range, you guys. Like, she went to a shooting range. And one of the things that Chris Perez shares too, I can't. I just can't. Lordy, let me tell you something. If my husband, if some person that I knew told me that my husband did something, like she's accusing my husband doing something, when I know my husband, like I've never been married, I don't know what it's like to be married, I don't know what it's like to call a husband, or like to know that your husband is like I'm sure like when you get married, like, well, actually I can't speak for like and say I can't. But there's a part. I wish I could mark these pages for you guys. If you just want me to read a portion of it, please let me know. But there's a part where he says that Yolanda Salvador, I shouldn't even be saying her name. She's not. And again, I'm sorry to tell you guys this. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. Like this lady, I shouldn't even be saying her name, but I have to say her name because I don't want you to think I'm seeing somebody else. And but I'm trying to see if I can find the page for you guys. Hold on. I'm sorry. You're like, girl. Okay, so I wasn't planning on reading a portion of it, but I'm gonna read it for you guys because there were shocking details about this woman and I'm sure like you're like, no, Lo, it's been out there for a long time, but I feel like this came from Chris Perez. Like Chris Perez, like you saw him talk about her in some interviews, but like to go into detail about some of the things that there was like signs of this woman, like I can't. I just can't. But I'm gonna read this portion of you guys, okay? So I can't. There's so many like I can't, you guys. It's so heartbreaking. I was trying to get to the other book that I'm reading. I'm in the middle of, but let me see. Hold on, you guys. Okay, bear with me. Okay, so one of the things that I was found shocking, well, I wasn't shocked, but, well, yeah, I was like heartbroken. I was so heartbroken when I finished reading this book because of the signs that there was of this lady prior to her killing Selena. And to me, it was just like, it broke my heart. It broke my heart for Chris Perez, for her family. But the signs were there, and that's the thing, like. And so I was telling you guys about my sister Alejandra. I told my sister, watch this documentary. Like, you need to watch just so you can be aware of your surroundings. Like, you need to be aware of your surroundings at all times, of all these people, because just for your safety, because you just never know. And the thing is that we live in times where, like, as we're speaking right now, there's people that are getting trafficked, there's people that are emotionally abused, there's people that are mentally abused, there's people that are hurting people, and like we think it's not happening, but it's happening right now. It's happening as we're speaking, like, you know. And it's just, you guys, just please, like, I know you don't like watching based on true stories or crime, like, just know that you gotta keep an eye, like, be aware of your surroundings at all times, with your kids, even if you don't have kids. You could be a grown adult. Look at Selena. She was a grown adult. She wasn't even a child. She's a grown adult, and this lady killed her. And it was just like, So in the book, Chris Perez says that Selena gave Yolanda what did she give? She gave Yolanda a cell phone and an American Express card because she was helping her run the boutiques. She became her vice president. Like, all the signs were there. She was her vice president for her fan club. Then moved her to a manager. And I just can't, you guys. Like, I'm gonna read this portion for you guys, and you're like, how is this gonna help me? No, you need to keep them. Selena, like, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Selena, like, she was a grown adult. Like, she wasn't a child. She wasn't a kid. She trusted somebody. And because the lady looked small and because she looked like how she looked, like, she didn't think, like, no. And Chris Perez shows and shares the book how, I was trying to get into this book for you guys too, but he shows, like, she actually went to a shooting range, you guys, to practice shooting. Like, qué horror. I know, qué horror. I can't. So I'm going to read to you guys this portion. So it says, okay. This is Chris Perez, page 248. 248. I bought this for you, Yolanda said, never mentioning how she asked the other co-workers to contribute to the gift, or the fact that she charged the $3,000 price for it on Selena's corporate American Express account. Selena was thrilled with the gift and started wearing it right away. Look, Chris, she said when she showed it to me. See how thoughtful Yolanda can be? I said, I just can't. I said, I just can't, and I can't to the max. Like, she actually bought the ring that in the movie Selena wears, the egg ring, with Selena's corporate American card. I was just like, I thought she actually, like, you know, the movie shows like the other people, well, actually they did that. Like, in the movie, people actually from boutiques were actually donating money to get a gift for Selena, and she actually pocketed the money, and then she went to buy $3,000, and the corporate American Express bought Selena this ring. I can't. To the max, I just can't. Es que qué horror. Dios guarde la hora. Moving on. So, so that's one thing that I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, she didn't even pitch in $1 for that ring. I thought she actually, like, grabbed, like, in the movie, it shows that, you know, it shows that the ladies pitched in money. So I thought in the movie she even pitched in like $1, like something. No, to find out that Yolanda didn't even pitch in anything for that ring, and that she actually charged it to Selena's corporate American. I cannot. Qué horror. Es que de verdad no puede ser. I just can't. And then there's another part. This is page. Okay. So it says that so this is page 251, you guys. Both stores began to suffer losses, meaning her boutiques. Yolanda fired anyone she didn't like, so employee attrition was steady. The staff had been cut in half, and employees continued to complain about the way Yolanda treated everyone. Ah, qué horror! That's another sign. Like, ¿qué está pasando? Es que de verdad, I can't. I'm sorry. So, moving on. Selena turned a deaf ear, not wanting to believe that Yolanda would ever do anything to hurt her. Eventually, the employees started talking to Abraham, who turned expressed concerns about Yolanda's business management skills or lack of them to Selena. She tried to laugh this off as well. Dad always thinks people are bad, she told me. You know he never trusts anyone. Which, in the book, she says that, right? Like, she told Chris Perez that. But to me, it was just like, because in the book it also shares, like, Chris expresses his horrible experience that he went through with her dad, because her dad didn't like him. And to me, it was like, you put Chris through that, but this woman, you didn't even, I can't. And that was it. Like, this book broke my heart, because then you end up finding out that there was all these signs, there was all these signs of her, you know, and all these other things that I'm just like, oh man, like, I can't. It was just heartbreaking to read. It was a really sad book. Okay, my other book. I'm in the middle of this book. I actually found out about this book by Becca Bloom, who I follow on Instagram. She's a wealthy woman. She's beautiful. She's funny. I love her PJs. I wish, girl, I'd be wearing her PJs too. She said her dad told her about this book, and I was like, man, like, my dad never, like, my dad's a big reader now. Like, he loves to read. My dad loves to read. My dad could read books for days. But as growing up, my dad didn't suggest a book, because when he was growing up, he was so poor. They were so poor. He didn't read books, you know. And I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional, but it breaks my heart for my dad that he had to go through that in his childhood. And again, I didn't bring tissue, but I remember thinking that, I can't believe I'm crying. Well, I cry a lot, but I remember thinking when Becca Bloom said that, I was like, if my dad would have been taught to read, like, been not poor, he would have advised me to read a book like that, you know. And but they were so poor growing up that there were days I didn't have anything to eat, you know, and the days that they had even probably something to eat sometimes, I remember my dad telling me, like, they would drink a dark coffee, put salt on a tortilla, like a tortilla or tortilla, and then dip it in coffee, and that's all he could eat. And they were so poor that, you know, he didn't grow up with somebody buying him books or telling him, hey, you should go to college. But I remember seeing Becca Bloom, and she's saying, you know, my dad told me to read this book, and now I know why, which is a great book to read. But I remember, like, reading it, and I'm like, oh my god, I would have my daughter read this if I had a daughter, you know. What I think is so fascinating about this book is that it actually, so it's called The Confidence Code, The Science and Art of Self-Assurance, What Women Should Know. It's a great book. Girls, Katie Kay and Claire Shipman, girls, you girls rock. You guys, and I haven't even finished it, but I find so fascinating that it says that up to 50% of your personality comes from your genes. And I found that extremely fascinating, because I do believe in God, and I do believe God made us, but I also believe that, so I believe God made us, right? So I believe that, you know, we are made differently for his purpose, and it's okay if you don't believe in God. But I was just remembering thinking, like, oh my god, my personality, like, I have this loud personality. My personality could fill up a whole room, and I could talk for days. What time is it? I'm sorry, you guys, I have to go pick up Noah, but I gotta end this video soon. What I want to tell you guys, I thought it was so remarkable that our personalities actually come from our genes. Well, most of it, up to 50%. That's a lot. I'm sorry, 50% is like a lot. I don't want to. If you would have told me 2% of your personality comes from your genes, from your, you know, I'm like, oh, well, that's understandable. But no, 50% comes from it, and I think the rest of it, I haven't read the rest of the book, is actually from. I'm sorry. The rest of it is from our environments that we grew up in. If you were told, if somebody judge you or condemn you for personality you have, or I believe that your personality is formed as you're growing up and it develops over the years. So, but I also believe that we have the power within us to, like, part of your personality is you owning it, being authentic to yourself, being you 100% of the time. Like, I am me all the time, but I don't, like, my boys, like, I don't sit there and, like, joke around with my, like, how I joke around with my brother or my mom or Noah. Like, I don't joke around like that with somebody at work. Like, probably joke around here and there, but I wouldn't sit there and talk to him like this morning I was yelling. I was like, ¿qué está pasando? And I wouldn't say that at work. I could be very loud, so I tone down my voice. I adapt to the environment I'm in. When I'm talking with customer service, like with our customers, like, okay, I change my tone of voice, but I am who I am. I don't hide my personality. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that my parents never criticized us. Like, and I'm so thankful for that, because I've heard sad, heartbreaking stories of people that were not accepted at home, that were judged, condemned. And if you were, please know that God loves you and that you're beautifully made, you're wonderfully made, you're fearfully made, and know that your personality and who you are is needed in this world. You are important, you matter, and then there's people that want to improve your personality. Like, I read that in John Maxwell's books. Like, there's people that want to learn how to be charismatic, and he tells you in his books that you can teach that, or you can learn that, but I do feel that if you were raised in an environment like that where you were told your personality was suppressed, like you were told you can't do this, you can't be this, you can't be that, you can't, like, that's heartbreaking. And I'm so thankful with God that I didn't grow up with parents like that. My parents accepted me as I was, and I think that the most beautiful gift my parents gave me was that, accepting me for who I am, for who I was, for loving me as I am, not for the potential, not for who I could be, not for my grades, not for how thin I was, or did I do this? Am I this talented person? Can you type? Can you do this? What are you, like, no. I love you for who you are, as you are right now. Not because of this, not because of that. And I thought, and I think that formed my personality even more, because I'm not afraid of being who I am. I'm not afraid to show my personality. I'm not afraid of speaking my mind. I'm not afraid of, no, like, I am who I am. And if somebody doesn't like it, I'm okay with that. And that's like I told Noah, my son, I'm okay if you don't like I told him, like, I'm trying to tell Noah that I'm okay. It's a hard balance as parents, because you don't come with a parent book. But I try to tell Noah, like, because there's people that are, like, can be disrespectful. But I always tell Noah, if you don't like someone, you have to respect them. So even if you don't agree with how they're portraying themselves, or how they're expressing themselves, or what they're doing, like, you have to respect them. Like, respect is free. And that's the thing with this book, that it not only tells you that I could read some chapters for you guys if you guys want me to, but it tells you that up to a certain percentage comes from your genes, but the rest of it, it's like, it's formed. And it could be with your environment you grew up in. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if somebody in your family told you bad things, they criticized you, they condemned you, they judged you, they rejected you, if a religion rejected you, if somebody rejected you at any point in your life because of who you are as a person. Now, if you're mean, I'm sorry, no. If you're, like, being malicious, you're doing some evil things, I'm sorry, that's, like, I'm sorry, like, no. Like, But if you're just being you and you're rejected just for being you, your personality, who you are, no, just know that hurt people. And I read that. I've read it in articles. I've read it like people that actually are hurting will hurt somebody else. And then that's another video. But just know that the people that have hurt you, God is not abused. God is not evil. God did not create evil. And if you don't believe in God, that's completely, I respect that. But just know that God, like, loves you. He did not create evil. So if somebody hurt you, just know that they've been hurt. Somebody that did something bad to you, they've been hurt. They've been hurt so bad that they did that to somebody else in a different way, or it could be anything. And then so I've learned to look at people like that differently, where I'm like, okay, well, you did that because of something that happened to you in your childhood. You probably went through something traumatic. Does it excuse any kind of, no, it doesn't. Do I forgive them? Yeah, I pray for them. I pray for them. It says in the Bible, pray for those who persecute you. You know, pray for those, and I do pray for them. And I'll show you guys another video if you guys want to know about that. And again, you don't have to believe in God to pray for somebody that's hurting you. Please know that if there's something happening to you in your life, please call 911. Do not say, oh, well, Lo said to pray and not do anything. No, if you're a victim of any kind of horrible thing, please call 911 right now. Call the police. Do not wait till tomorrow. Like, if you're in danger, if your child's in danger, please call for help. Do not sit down and pray because, like I said in my video, no. Like, if you need professional help, seek it. If you don't know who to go to, like, I will get that information out. I didn't bring it with me today. But the phone number that everybody knows is 911. Call 911, report it. Report any kind of thing that you're going through. So do not say, oh, well, Lorena told me, Lo told me that, just pray for them. Like, yes, pray for the people that are hurting you in any way, shape, or form. I pray for them every day. But no, like, if you're in danger right now, please call 911 right now. Pick up your phone and call 911. If you don't know how to call 911, go to your nearest police station and talk to somebody there. If you don't have a phone, go to your neighbor. If you don't feel comfortable with your neighbor, go to the nearest store of your location and pick up a phone. Tell somebody you need help. Report it. Do not hold back. And if you're emotionally going through something, find help. Again, my prayers go to the people that are hurting right now, that are on survival mode. So I will say a prayer for everyone right now. I'm going to end this video now. But if you guys want me to, like, read any of these 2 books on YouTube videos, please let me know. Probably I will. And God bless you guys. Thank you for listening to me. God loves you. You're wonderfully made. I make these videos for you guys. If you want to know anything about me, let me know. But God bless you and God loves you. Have a blessed day, you guys. Oh, and before I forget, I'm going to say a prayer for you guys. Dear Lord, I ask you to please cover everyone who's watched this video with your love and light. Bless them, bless their families, bless their children, help them with their personal prayers. Fill them up with your radiance, with your joy, with your peace, with your love. And remember, you are rich in love. You are rich. You being you are rich in authenticity. There's richness there. Please know that you are loved unconditionally. I'm sending everybody a hug who needs a hug, or an air hug. But have a blessed day. God loves you. This is my 3rd video. And if you guys want to see anything or any documentaries that you wanted me to review based on true stories, not crime documentaries, which the Selena one was like, yeah. But anyways, bye you guys.